This is the Friday Big Show. Welcome to the end of another week. Hope you're poised for an incredible weekend with your families. Wanted to start today's show with a quote from Mark Twain, who said, amongst many other things, "I've seen many troubles in my days, only half of which ever actually came true." So I took a couple liberties, but you get the idea, right? It's what if something bad happens? And kids are great at this. Right? What if I don't have any friends? Like that's ever going to happen. What if the teacher asks questions that I don't know the answers to? Maybe a few, but the entire test? Right? What happens if we get to the end of the weekend and I haven't had enough time to finish my project? And the list goes on and on and on. They anticipate the very worst of what could happen and then get all frustrated and they get anxious and spend all this time and energy really focused on something that is probably not going to happen. But you can't rationalize with them. So here's what I'm suggesting. When they come up with one of these what ifs, write it down. Record it on a piece of paper. You don't need to let them know that you're doing this. And they tell you and maybe you write it down a little bit later. But write it down. And then when that event, that time actually comes up in the calendar, it's the what if the teacher asks me questions that I don't know the answers to, right? You've written that down. Test comes up. Then you're going to recheck. You're going to check back in with them. What actually happened on today's test? How'd it go? Right? And then when it hasn't really worked out the way that they had thought it was going to work out, they've done really well, they knew most of the answers to the questions, that's when you're going to take out the paper and you say, oh, by the way, this is what you said last week. It's not an I told you so, right? Because you're not trying to rationalize with them. You're listening to what they have to say. You're just simply trying to show them that, you know what, most of the time, imagining the worst case scenario, it's just time and energy wasted that you really could have spent enjoying our time together, right? Or enjoying time with friends, enjoying time that really we don't need to spend worrying about what could happen. I think good advice for a lot of us, right? I mean, we think about it. Trying to anticipate the best of what could happen as opposed to the worst of what could happen. So try that simple strategy, just simply recording. And I think over time, kids will see that, you know what, I really am spending a lot of my time worrying about something that's probably not going to happen. Best to just forget about it. Hey, have an incredible weekend again with your families, and I will see you back next week. Take care.